wonderfuls. Now that that's done, I can tell you all about my drive home yesterday and how I made it 6 hours on the road and then got stuck in my own driveway 20 feet from the garage. But I gotta take you backwards and tell you all about my trip and my second time doing free family photos at a school function. It was quite the drive home. The second half, especially. The bypass around the city was super backed up, so we were just crawling in like 4 lanes of traffic. But it was probably for the best because my car ended up going into limp mode about halfway home. So that turned our 5-hour drive into a 6-hour drive. You can hear snoring. It's my little puppy behind me. My Juke has gone into limp mode a couple times before, and only on long road trips, which is why I stopped taking it for those. But it happened again. Luckily I was near Lease Road, so we just pulled over for a bit and let it cool down, and everything reset. The fluid levels are all good. Well, mine and Josh's weren't, so we took care of that when we stopped and just kind of chilled out for a minute. And everything up until then went nice and smooth. The roads were good. There was snow expected for the following day, so we left at a good time, and they did get hit with it. Because we took the Juke, we ended up staying right in Bestie's house this time and taking over one of my niece's rooms, which was super, super awesome of them to accommodate all 4 of us. We were showered with gifts and kindness and love and just treated like royalty while we were up there, so it was super nice. We were doing a free family photo shoot for a holiday festival, and this was actually our second attempt at it, so things went fairly smoothly. We had a pretty good idea of how we wanted things set up this time, and we had a bigger space to use. So I got the easy job of sitting in the corner with resting bitch face and printing off all of the photos, or at least most of them, while Bestie did the hard part and like morphed into Austin Powers behind the camera. We also got a huge hand from Bestie's sister this year in taking down everyone's email address so that they could email all the digital copies of the pictures to the families as well. This is Bestie's brainchild, and she absolutely rocked it again. Not only donated the time and materials, but did a fantastic job of the pictures too. And in spite of a light stand malfunction and a card reader oversight, both my fault, luckily we were able to beg and borrow and get a couple of replacement items for the time being. So everything worked out pretty well. The animals were super comfy and quite pleased to be able to take over a whole bedroom and even have a little furry friend to play with underneath the door. A little different traveling in the Juke than in the van, especially with all 3 animals, and not as much storage space. But we made do. A couple of mods to the cargo bag for the roof rack, and cardboard taped around the car so that the cats couldn't get under the seats, and everyone had a safe and secure ride. Cargo bag is loaded and strapped. It has straps on it at like the 4 corners, just little cinchy adjustable buckles. I don't trust those, so I fed some actual ratchet straps through the top of the bag, and I've got those holding everything in place. I made sure the Juke had its winter tires on, and I even cleaned the mass airflow sensor in hopes that it would prevent the limp mode issue. So that may need to be replaced, and I may finally need to do the rocker cover gasket to actually take care of the problem. And aside from being pretty noisy, the cargo bag actually worked out well on this vehicle. Perhaps even better than on the old car, where I just strapped it to the roof with ratchet straps. Some other preparation for the trip included making a snack bouquet for Bestie and revamping the light setup, which was quite an improvement from the year prior in the DIY lights system that I had going. The original lighting setup was pretty decent, and it did the trick at least. Now I've had the privilege of being the photo test subject for 2 years in a row. So, ano